Last night, while the world slept and silence covered the sky, something extraordinary seemed to unfold in the spiritual realm. Imagine that your soulmate experienced a moment so unexpected, so impossible to ignore, that it shook their heart awake. According to this angelic message, they received an urgent sign about you, one that made them stop, reflect, and question everything they thought they knew about love, destiny, and divine timing. If you have been seeing repeating numbers, feeling unexplained emotions, or sensing that something is changing around you, this message may resonate deeply with your journey. The angels whisper that some connections are guided by forces greater than coincidence. They say that souls destined to meet often begin communicating long before they stand face to face. Through dreams, intuition, strange encounters, and moments of powerful clarity, the universe gently nudges two people toward each other. Last night, your soulmate may have experienced one of those unforgettable nudges. It may have come through a vivid dream, a familiar name appearing unexpectedly, or an overwhelming feeling they could not explain. At first, they may have tried to dismiss it as imagination. Logic may have told them to move on with their normal routine, but their heart refused to stay quiet. The sign kept echoing in their thoughts, reminding them that someone important exists, someone whose energy feels strangely familiar even if they have not yet met in person. That someone could be you. The angels encourage you not to interpret this message as a guarantee of a specific future event, but as an invitation to stay hopeful, self-aware, and open to meaningful relationships. Hope becomes powerful when it inspires growth, kindness, and courage rather than passive waiting. While your soulmate may be awakening to new feelings, your own journey remains equally important. Perhaps they woke up feeling emotional without knowing why. They may have looked out the window before sunrise with a sense that life is about to change. Their routine suddenly felt incomplete, as though an invisible thread was pulling them toward a new chapter. The urgency they felt was not fear, but realization, a quiet understanding that they should no longer ignore the call of their heart. Meanwhile, the angels say you have also been preparing, even if you have not realized it. Every challenge you overcame, every disappointment you survived, and every lesson you learned has strengthened your spirit. What once seemed like painful delays may actually have been opportunities to become wiser, more compassionate, and more resilient. The urgent sign your soulmate received may have reminded them to stop settling for relationships or situations that no longer align with who they truly are. They may have recognized that chasing temporary comfort is no substitute for seeking genuine connection. Sometimes a single moment of clarity can inspire a person to make life-changing decisions. You might notice unusual synchronicities in the coming days. A song could remind you of someone you've never met. A random conversation may spark unexpected emotions. You may feel inspired to visit a new place, reconnect with an old passion, or pursue a goal you had postponed. These moments can encourage personal growth and openness, regardless of whether they relate to a future romantic relationship. The angels also remind you that patience is not wasted time. It is preparation. Seeds grow beneath the soil long before anyone sees the first green leaf. In the same way, meaningful connections often develop quietly before becoming visible. Trusting the process does not mean giving up your own ambitions. It means continuing to live with purpose while remaining receptive to positive possibilities. Your soulmate, according to this uplifting message, may have spent last night reflecting on choices they once regretted. They may have realized that fear kept them from expressing their true feelings in the past. The sign they received encouraged honesty, courage, and emotional maturity. Instead of running from vulnerability, they are beginning to understand that authentic love requires openness and trust. As you hear these words, consider your own life. Are there dreams you've delayed because you doubted yourself? Have you been waiting for permission to become the person you truly want to be? The angels urge you to stop shrinking your light. Whether your soulmate enters your life soon or much later, becoming your best self is a gift that benefits every part of your future. There is also a message about forgiveness. Holding on to resentment can weigh heavily on the heart. Releasing old pain does not excuse what happened, but it frees your energy to move toward healthier experiences. Your soulmate may be learning this lesson right now, just as you may be discovering it in your own way. The universe often works through timing that humans cannot fully understand. Doors close to protect us from paths that are not meant for us. Delays sometimes prevent us from entering situations before we are ready. What feels like rejection can become redirection toward something more meaningful. The angels invite you to pay attention to your intuition. If an opportunity appears that aligns with your values and aspirations, consider embracing it with confidence. If something feels inconsistent with your principles, allow yourself to step away. Discernment is just as important as optimism. Your soulmate's urgent sign may have inspired them to take responsibility for unfinished emotional work. They may be healing old wounds, rebuilding confidence, or choosing to leave behind habits that no longer serve them. Growth rarely happens overnight, but every sincere effort creates momentum. At the same time, you are encouraged to celebrate your own progress. Look at how far you've come instead of focusing only on how far you still wish to go. Gratitude has a remarkable way of revealing blessings that anxiety often hides. Imagine waking up one morning with complete certainty that your future still holds wonderful surprises. Imagine carrying yourself with quiet confidence because you know your value does not depend on another person's approval. That mindset creates space for healthy relationships built on mutual respect rather than fear or desperation. The angels suggest that signs are often invitations to reflect rather than predictions carved in stone. A dream, coincidence, or emotional realization can motivate us to become more intentional about our choices. In that sense, your soulmate's experience is not only about romance, it is about awakening to authenticity. If you have felt discouraged recently, allow this message to remind you that seasons change. Storms pass. Difficult chapters eventually make room for new beginnings. Every sunrise proves that darkness is temporary, and every act of courage plants the seeds of transformation. Some people spend years searching for purpose without realizing it often begins with simple daily actions. Showing kindness, staying disciplined, pursuing meaningful goals, and believing that growth is possible. Whether you interpret this angelic message spiritually or symbolically, its heart is the same. Continue becoming the person you are meant to be. So walk forward with faith in yourself, protect your peace, nurture your dreams, and remain open to genuine connections. If your soulmate truly received an urgent sign about you last night, let it serve as inspiration for both of you to embrace honesty, healing, and hope. The angels close this message with a gentle reminder that love flourishes best when two people meet not from emptiness, but from strength, gratitude, and the willingness to grow together into the future they are ready to create.